Tell your friends about me.
You know what? I will tell my friends. Ladies, gentlemen, and adventurers of all ages, with Oblivion Remastered and release out of nowhere, there is a ton to do within this absolutely massive game. Whether it be routes to gaining power, or utility, or comfort, there are tons of ways to just enhance your experience in general. And so today we're going to go over a collection of either strong items that you can get with minimal effort, as well as a few specific locations or interactions that will just make your life easier in the game moving forwards. A quick note before we begin that unique named weapons scale with the level that you find them at, so while most things can be found at level 1, for some of them it is advisable to wait and get it a little bit later, so it continues to be worth using for your entire journey. That said, there are also some specific unique weapons that you simply can't get until you are higher level anyways, and it's arguable that just taking normal gear and then purposefully choosing strong enchantments is stronger anyways in the long run, so all in all, I'd say if something looks fun or cool to you, don't worry so much about waiting and how that'll affect you later on. There will always be more equipment to get. Moving on first then, we have something extremely useful that you can get very, very early on, a traveling companion, specifically a horse, a free horse, and it comes with horse armor as well, giving you access to quick traversal with a sturdy friend, as armored horses have more health than non-armored ones. You can get this super easily even right at the very beginning of the game, the moment you step out of the prologue cave. To get it then, you want to head to the Chestnut Handy Stables, which are just outside of the western side of Imperial City. Go inside and talk to this little snack of an owner, the owner, whose name is Snack. Ask her if she has anything useful for you, tell her that you want a horse and some horse armor, and then tell her that you're not fussy, you'll take any horse, and without further questions, bam, like a Jedi mind trick, she hands you her own horse with some steel armor, absolutely free. If you come back to her with any other horse in the future, she'll put some armor on it for you for a price as well. After that, our first weapon of the day, we have an absolutely massive one, which is the Chillrend weapon. This is a classically beloved sword for the fact that it just looks ridiculously cool, like ice cold, as well it has a solid frost damage enchantment and frost weakness applied on strike, and this is one that people often view as being in contention for the best weapon in the game. It requires a quest to get done, but not too much actual investment or effort or time. Specifically, you want to go to Chorrol from the South Gate fast travel point in this city, head to the Grey Mare Inn. Inside of this inn, you want to find Valis O'Deal, talk to him and hear out his problems, accept his quest to help save his sons. Meet up with his sons then at the Waynon Priory, which is another fast travel location just outside the city, and they will take you for a walk to the farm. Importantly, you have to make sure that both of the sons survive the encounter that happens when you get there if you want this reward. So follow them to the farm, and however you do it, make sure you keep the sons safe from the goblin horde that arrives, and then after taking care of them, go back to the father, hand in the quest, and get Chillrend for yourself. Next up, let's talk about a blunt weapon as opposed to the blade with the Truncheon of Submission. This is relatively strong as a mace statistically in general. It comes with the Restore Health on Strike enchantment and Damage Fatigue on Strike as well. As a combination, this of course gives you just a solid source of regen, but then also makes your enemies weaker, essentially an active debuff to their combat ability, and this one's pretty good early, in my opinion. As far as how to get this one for yourself, it is sold by a vendor in the city of Anvil. Specifically, you are looking for Morvain's Peacemakers, which is the shop directly behind the Anvil main gate fast travel point on your map. Head on into the shop and buy it for yourself if you feel so inclined. While we are at the Anvil area then, in this city, there is another weapon, this time a bladed weapon, specifically a dagger called Witsplinter. This is an incredible anti-magic weapon. It has solid stats in general, and it has two really solid enchantments on it by default, which are Drain Intelligence on strike, which then lasts for 20 seconds, and Drain Magicka on strike. So when using this against a magical enemy, you reduce their effectiveness by a massive amount, making it a really solid direct counter option. As for how to get it for yourself, you need to complete a quest, the Siren's Deception. You get this quest by just talking to NPCs and Anvil in general and asking them if they've heard any rumors, and if they mention a gang of all-female thieves, follow up by then asking about that gang to initiate the quest. Follow the quest objectives here to talk to Melona, then she will tell you to go to the Flaming Bowl Inn in the docks, and she recommends that you talk to Gogan. I recommend you do that too, but then go to this inn and you will be approached by the actual sirens themselves. They will tell you to go to a farmhouse at 11 PM, so go there and do that. The last stage of the quest then is inside of this place at the time, and when you talk to the siren inside, tell them that you know about their ruse, that you are not going to fall for this, and then they will come in and start fighting you. fight them all, and the dagger will drop on the floor after you kill their leader. So make sure that you grab the dagger off of the floor before you leave the building, or else it'll be gone forever. As well, you just get 100 gold for finishing the quest, which is, just a little bonus. Next up today is not an item in particular, but a place, which is Frostcrag Spire. This is specifically a player home that was added in DLC for the original game, but is included by default in the remaster because the remaster has all the DLCs. This place has a number of incredibly useful functions that you otherwise have to put much more effort in to get. The actual location of the place is right here east of Bruma. You can just sort of fast travel right to Bruma and then walk up the mountain over to it. It's not that much effort. Once you arrive, you will have to lockpick to get in, which isn't that much of a problem either. There are 3 main important things that we're after in this house, and all 3 of them are accessed from the main chamber. And here you will find the ability to engage with spellcrafting and enchanting your equipment. And this is the fastest, simplest way that I am aware of to get access to either of these functions without going around and doing a bunch of stuff with the Mage Guild. You will have to spend some gold to get the actual mage candles to activate the functions, which you can get in the Imperial City Market District. It's like 3,000 gold for each one, but that's much less overall effort than the standard means of unlocking these functions. The other main thing that this gets you is that you can interact with the central platform in between these to summon an Atronach of your choosing, who will then become your follower. Though you do need some dust from killing Atronachs to actually use it, so it's not quite immediately out of the prologue, but still it has a lot to offer you here relatively early to get you enchanting, spellcrafting, and a strong follower option. Next up then we have another bladed weapon. This one is the Crimson Eviscerator, which is another quite strong dagger option to have. Again, I'm level 1 on this save, so the numbers will be scaling upwards if you find it at higher levels, but some solid base stats in general, and this one comes with 4 enchantments. Specifically, these are Absorb Strength, Damage Health, Damage Magicka, and Weakness to Poison, all on strike. So if you hit an enemy with this, they lose strength, you gain strength, you deal bonus damage with every hit, direct to health, regardless of the enemy's defenses, you make them lose Magicka, and you give them Weakness to Poison as well. If you're playing around poison, that could be good. As for how to get this is inside of the Deepscorn Hollow player house, so head to this marker that I've got here on the map, all the way on the southernmost tip of it, outside of Leoween as the closest marker for a city that you can actually fast travel to, and once you arrive at the location, you will get a quest to find the lair underneath, and you will get a quest marker to actually go into it. Head inside and you will find the journal with all the information that you need to upgrade this and treat it as a proper house and everything like that, but for our current purposes for this specific weapon, we're going to just ignore all of that, take a left immediately and head to the Deepscorn Cloister, then take a right and over to the Deepscorn Bastion. Then what's in here, straight ahead, is the door to the Deepscorn Shrine, and this is what you are actually after. Follow this path of stairs down to the bottom, and just up and to the right of the altar itself is an unusual box. Open this up and you will find the weapon that you're after. After that, we have another weapon, specifically the Akavari Sunderblade, and this thing is a really awesome one and is best used as a utility option, really. This is a sword with a couple of very useful enchantments, which are Disintegrate Armor on strike and Disintegrate Weapon on strike. For most enemies, it will take 3 or so hits to actually take effect, some closer to 5 hits, but this will just straight up remove their weapon and armor, making any difficult encounter against a humanoid enemy suddenly way easier, as you can use this sword to then nerf the enemy, then swap out to your actual main damaging weapon and just hit them with it. This also lets you not use all the actual enchantment charges on the weapon in one fight, and as for how to get this for yourself, this is a weapon that is acquired from a vendor for a fair bit of gold. Specifically in the Imperial City Market District, you are looking for the Three Brothers trade goods location, and in this place you are looking for Sergius Varus, specifically out of the brothers, who is in the shop every day except for Sunday. So if he's missing for you, that's why. Talk to him, engage with his bartering menu, and he will happily sell you this sword. Then after that is 3 items tied together by the same quest, which is the Calliben's Grim Retort Mace for a blunt weapon option, which comes with 3 enchantments, being bonus frost damage on hit, as well as absorb blunt and strength on strike for some stat leeching as well. The second item is a bladed weapon, a Debaser sword, which comes with drain willpower and drain endurance on strike, which isn't half bad. Then the third item here is the Weatherward Circlet. This is a ring that gives you a big old chunk of both fire resistance resistance and frost resistance, which is quite a solid find. As for how to get these items, they are tied to the Unfriendly Competition quest. Start this quest by talking to pretty much any of the merchants in the Imperial City Market District, and they will mention Thorinir, who they all hate. Ask them about this and they will send you to talk to Jensine. From here, after talking to her, you get a pretty clear set of quest markers and objectives to move forwards. As you progress this quest, you will be sent to a mausoleum, and in this mausoleum you will have to fight to the death. After you kill Garmir here, he will drop his Debaser sword on the ground, so you can just pick it up nice and easy like that. Then after you do that, on the left side of this little tomb area is Calliben's coffin, and sitting on top of that is Calliben's grim retort for you to pick up if you want it. After this, pick up the shovel that's in the room 2 for evidence for the quest, then finish up the quest by talking to Thorinir, who will give you the Weatherward Circlet as the final reward for doing so. Next up is the Hands of the Atronach, which are heavy armor gloves, and similar to the ring in the previous entry, this is a good chunk of multiple element resistances: fire, shock, and frost resist. And as far as how to get these gloves, this is another one of those unique named items that is simply sold by a specific merchant. This one being in the Imperial City Market District in the Mystic Emporium shop. Speak with Calendil inside, ask to see his wares, and the gauntlets are on the list for purchase. Then finally we have a general early game tip for lockpicking before level 10, which is our good old friend Shady Samuel. Shady Sam is a sneaky little guy who hangs out near the Chestnut Handy Stables just outside the western exit of Imperial City. He will only show up during nighttime specifically, follow the city wall itself northwards from the stables, watching in the cracks until you find Shady Sam right here. He will sell you a number of different things that are useful, but the one that we're really after here is the fact that he sells a whopping 30 lockpicks every time that his vendor stock refreshes. That is a massive amount of lockpicks from a vendor's stock, and they are relatively cheap as well. So if you want to just get loads and loads of lockpicks, come hang out with our good old pal Shady Sam. That just about does it for today then, everyone. A collection of a bunch of items worth grabbing, things worth doing, a couple of houses worth getting very easily as well, and just an NPC with way too many lockpicks in his pockets for his own good. I hope you've all enjoyed this then, and hopefully it helps you out in your continued journey through the Oblivion Remaster. Like if you liked the video, subscribe to the notification bell for more, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, stay sweet.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.